and I converted to the Nazarene, which is like the coolest church ever. And I'm gonna read this thing that I wrote, and I have no idea what to call it because I just call it my motivational, speechy thingy bobber. That's pretty much what I call it. So let's just, yeah. It's okay, just start it then. Okay. I am a part of a minority. Only 11% of women and girls look in the mirror and are satisfied with what they see. Do you understand that? That means that 89% look in the mirror and find something wrong with their reflection. They feel ugly, they feel fat, they feel like they are not good enough. Why do so many women feel this way? Maybe it's because they were abandoned, maybe they were abused, maybe too many careless people called them fat or ugly or other names. Or maybe it's because of the lies they've been fed. Every woman and girl has to walk through the mall and see stores plastered with blown-up images of photoshopped models. Advertisers do a fabulous job of lying to girls and assuring her that if she buys their product, she will look like that model. She sees this model I can't talk today, I'm sorry. She sees this model and is intrigued. Maybe she can look that good. So with her self-esteem already low enough as it is, she clambers inside, hunts for the clothes from the image, and struts towards the fitting room with a size too small because she cannot be labeled a medium or large. She pulls on the clothes with a smile and turns to look at herself in the full-length mirror. She is disgusted. It is not nearly as fabulous as it is on the model. Why doesn't it look that way on her? She turns to the side and lifts up the shirt. That's why. She's too fat. Her stomach bulges too much. So she goes home defeated and begins a diet. For the next 3 months, she starves herself. Her tummy tucks in and her ribs bulge out. But that's not enough. The shirt still doesn't look right. So she starves constantly now. And not only that, but she throws up anything she does eat. But what's this? She's gained 3 pounds. The solution? Eat less, throw up more. She comes home one day sobbing, her stomach rumbles, but she won't eat. Today the boys at school called her flat-chested. What man would want that in a woman? The next morning she wakes up, she stuffs her bra, she applies extra makeup to cover her natural freckles. She runs off to school with an empty stomach, and she vomits on the way there to make sure she looks good. Today the boys look at her. She gets their attention by batting her eyelashes and swaying her hips. If they don't think she's pretty, who ever will? She makes out with one of the boys behind the school, and a month from now he's her boyfriend and they have sex. Because he wanted it, and she needs to be wanted. This girl is 15 and she will think this way for the rest of her life. But you see, she's been lied to by her classmates, by the media, and by herself. It doesn't matter what size her waist is, it only matters the size of her heart. It doesn't matter if her breasts are smaller than Jane's because that's the size she was meant to be. It doesn't matter what Joe thinks of her body because one day John will come and he will win her heart and marry her and he will think she is perfect. It doesn't matter if you're an extra small or an extra large because you are beautiful. You are a human being. You are precious. You are more mesmerizing and unfathomable than all the stars and their constellations. You are as infinite and wonderful as all of time and space. There are people who see this, who recognize this in you. Maybe they forgot to tell you, but that doesn't make it any less true. Even if they tell you, but you brush it off with a nervous laugh, it's still true. Start believing it. You are greater than the treasure of 1,000 worlds. Your greatness is only as limited as you accept it to be, so don't accept anything other than freaking fabulous. You are more beautiful and stunning than any star in the sky. You are a soulful being. Your eyes have more shades than the mirror can comprehend. Your lips define your glorious smile. Your cheeks are radiant. Your blemishes only make you more unique. You are like no other. You are royalty. You are the perfect size because you are the size you were made to be. Your size does not define you, and if you let something that shallow define you, you should rethink your perspective. It doesn't matter what your test scores are, because in the end that won't dictate how successful you are in life, where it counts. It only matters how smart you are with your own life and your own body. If you feel unhappy, remember you decide how happy you will be. Happiness has to do with your mindset, not with outside circumstance. Do not dilute the truth of your potential. We often convince ourselves that we cannot change, that we cannot overcome the circumstances of our lives. That is simply not true. You have been blessed with immeasurable power to make positive changes in your life, but you can't just wish it, you can't just hope it, you can't just want it, you have to live it, be it, do it. Take a hold of yourself, look in the mirror and say, forget all of this junk, it doesn't have the right to take away my happiness. I can and will prevail. It is important to know that not only do the actions of others affect you, but everything you do or say affects the people around you. One meaningless word, one scowling glance can crush someone's world. Because we are just all fragile butterflies landing on flowers, hoping they'll smell sweet. Have you ever seen a new baby, naked and beautiful from head to little toe? You're so amazed and even almost appalled that such a wonderful creature could even exist on this dirty earth. Stand in front of the mirror, naked of all makeup, all clothing, just skin. Look at yourself as if you are the baby. Marvel at the brow, the nose, the lips. Stand in awe of the kaleidoscope eyes and the strong neck. From head to toe, look at yourself and think not one ugly thought. For you would not gripe or fuss over Da Vinci's Mona Lisa, Vermeer's Girl with the Pearl Earring, or Van Gogh's Starry Night, and these are all creations of man. You are a work of art painted by the Creator. You are a masterpiece. Psalm 139, verse 14 through 18 says, I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows right well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret and skillfully wrought in the depths of the earth. Your eyes did see my substance, yet being imperfect, and yet in your book they were all written, the days fashioned for me, when as yet none of them had occurred. How precious are your thoughts concerning me, O God! How vast a number they are! If I should count them, they are in more number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with you.